What's going on, guys? This is my post-ride review of the Suzuki GSX-S 1000. I gotta send a huge shout out to Hunter, Tommy, and the rest of the gang over at Stub Cycles for allowing me the opportunity to throw a leg over this machine and bring it to you. In the description below, there's gonna be a link to the ride-along video so you can catch my reactions to this bike in real time. So what was it like to ride? It's a freaking riot. So let's dive into it. First of all, the engine. It's derived from the 2005 GSX-R 1000, the legendary K5 mill that so many people love. Well, that's what's powering this bike. It's been remapped and retuned to make more mid and upper mid-range power. But my goodness, at roughly 150 horsepower, which is underrated if my butt dyno is accurate, and 78 foot-pounds of torque, this machine is an absolute ripper. And to make it even better, it's nestled within the same frame and swing arm that you would have found in the K5 GSX-R 1000. So in essence, it's like you've taken a GSX-R 1000, put lower rear seats on it and riser handlebars and just took all the fairings off. That's a street fighter in its purest form, and that's what this motorcycle truly is. It's a riot to ride. It's extremely stable, handles exceptionally well. And my goodness, does it want to wheelie all the time? All that mid-range power is just addictive and seductive in the way that it puts it down. The electronic throttle mapping is incredibly intuitive. Just a sweet, swift roll into that throttle. You're rewarded with a ton of torque and a ton of shove, the likes of which some modern leader bikes would like to be able to reproduce. So in saying all of that, it's exceptionally fun to ride, but it doesn't seem to take itself too seriously. It's very flickable, it's very lively, it's very smooth, and unless you're really trying to get this thing to party, it's rather docile. It's just when you start to, well, coax it a little bit, it just absolutely rewards the effort with power wheelies practically on demand and a handling that is extremely intuitive. Again, very easily placeable. I don't know that I can give this bike any more of a tongue bath than I'm giving it right now. So in saying all of that, yes, it's an awesome bike, but when it comes to technology, well, I don't know that you need much more. The bike that I rode was a 2024. It's got an LCD screen. If I'm not mistaken, the newer bikes have a TFT screen, but do you need all of that? Well, it's keeping up with the times. And speaking of keeping up with the times, the bike that I rode did have an up and down quick shifter. And the generation of quick shifter that is on this bike is exceptionally good. Better than my GSX-R 1000, I might add. And so that adds to the playfulness and, well, the creature comforts, I suppose, that this bike can deliver. And in all the bikes that I've ridden up to this point, I think this is actually one of the most playful bikes that I've ever ridden. And, well, I hate to say it, I hate to bring this bike up because this really is all about the GSX-S 1000, but I had recently ridden the Honda CB1000 Hornet, the American spec version. And guys, that bike doesn't compare to the Suzuki. Matter of fact, the GSX-S 1000 felt like it had at least 20 odd more horsepower than the Honda did. And as good as the Honda is, and as good as that electronic throttle is programmed on the Honda, the Suzuki just blows it completely out of the water. Better handling, way better power. What else can I say? The Suzuki is just that much better. Now granted, yes, the Honda, being a 25 model, has a good looking TFT screen, if that even matters to you, but everywhere else they're both equal in spec. It's just the Suzuki, for the American market, is a lot stronger bike and a lot better handling in my opinion. It felt more stable, especially under acceleration. So in saying all of that, guys, look, check out that ride-along video. Yes, I'm having a blast with that bike. And I came away from that experience with a real solid understanding of what that Sport Naked whole segment really should be. With roughly 150 horsepower at the flywheel, the GSX-S 1000 makes just the perfect amount of power. It's not overpowered. It is very predictable. It's a fun amount of power. Easily enough to surprise you, but certainly enough to keep you entertained. And again, at the price just shy of $12,000, I don't think that you can go wrong, especially if you're coming from, say, a leader class sport bike. You want to do away with the fairings. You want something a bit more upright, something less expensive to insure, less expensive to own. That's where the GSX-S 1000 is going to shine. That next motorcycle for you guys that are still performance enthusiasts and a little bit of a hooligan at heart, the GSX-S 1000 is going to be your go-to bike. Price point, power point, rideability, all of that, as far as I'm concerned, best sport naked in its class. Post up your comments. Let me know what you think about this bike. If you made it this far, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.